this senior finance manager, and her
Yeah,
name is
you can see in the
Arina
screen. It's
Juhas.
not
Yep,
visible. Yeah.
yep. So that's yeah. So that's what I'm doing as well. So I've got a case study open. So I'm just going through that as well. And yep. So Happywell takes care of the package holidays. So we have our own flights, accommodation, and transfers. Um, and all the package holidays can book online or in person as well. So Happywell also has its own branches. Um, and apart from that, we need to abide by First Legend Travel Operators License Scheme. We need to make sure we need to abide by this policy. Um, and um, and yeah, apart from that, over the years, increasingly most of our sales have been going from offline to online. And over the next few years, we are forecasting at least 65% of our sales to be online. And most pop, oh, sorry, most popular package that we have is called the uh, 3S package, which stands for Hansi and Sand package, um, which is sorry, I'm just going through it. Yeah.
No rush. We need to go slowly.
Yep.
When you're
Hmm.
reading, also, you think as this company you're already working for,
Yep.
the way you approach will change.
Hmm. Sure. So this 3S package is it mostly takes place during this summer season here in Westland, mainly because that's the time of the year where the tourism industry is at its peak, and and mainly because this country, the city, basically is a very cool city. So there's only few months of summer, which is why most of the people they choose the 3S package so they can have their holidays over the summer. And apart from that, yep. So we also have partnerships with the hotels and the airlines for transportation and accommodation. And um, we also give a travel insurance to our customers. And most of our, well, basically all of our holiday packages, they come in a multiple of 7 nights. But most of the customers, they book mainly for 2 weeks. And yeah, our aircrafts are mostly based in the Newtown Airport. Um,
We have an edge that we own our own hotels and aircraft compared to other companies which they mostly lease.
yes, so we have, I think, 97 aircrafts from what I remember. And yeah, in the package holidays industry, Happywell along with Mangus Air. They own half of the market share. Then we have other small operators and companies. So our company is a pretty big company in terms of when it comes to travel holidays and package holidays. Um, and I think that's about it, right? So we went up to page 10, I think last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We discuss about this package holiday industry also,
Mm-hmm.
flights, accommodation, transfer, how all of this is important. Then we
Yep.
talk about if this is working as an industry, but still individuals, the representatives are also
Mm-hmm.
mostly this type of businesses or representative will see around city center, near train station and all.
Yep.
Location of the office also plays a very important role here. Tour operators versus travel agents we discuss. Both are important. Then we
Mm-hmm.
discuss about intermediary sites, traveler sites. Sometimes it can be beneficial for the company. A lot of companies are putting it on this online to show that we offer better service at better price. Intermediary websites. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we talk about how online sales is increasing with the time. Almost 10% plus increase in last 5 to 7 years.
Yep.
By 2020, it is approximately touching 70%. That means we need to invest more in technology and digital sector. We need to be good in our cyber security. We need to be good in our digital strategy. Just like
Yep.
companies have marketing strategy, hiring strategy, all strategies. Companies nowadays is very important to have their digital strategy. Not only to safeguard the data, obviously that is primary. Apart from that, how to use the data, how to
Mm-hmm.
utilize this asset. It's kind of asset for us because of the technology. You can save a lot of cost. You can increase a lot of efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And company like us, which is already listed and been into business for a long time, can learn from our previous data. Now, there is artificial intelligence coming in. So with the help of artificial intelligence and machine learning, also we know what kind of things customer is usually preferring. Based on that, we can give them tailor, or we call it bespoke recommendations.
Yep.
What kind of hotels they can use, what kind of things, what kind of flight, what is the pricing and all of this. Even we can discuss about corporate clients. Okay. Then we talk about sun, sea, sand, where we discuss we need to find new locations where we can have the sun at the beach
Mm-hmm.
or sun, sand at more affordable price. And if that's the thing, we are a very big company. We have good money with us. Even we can raise finance. Listed company
Mm-hmm.
raising finance is not a big challenge when they can obviously get returns for it. So why can't we think for a new location, and we can also develop little bit or have a strategic alliance with hotels there or acquire a hotel there and develop a ecosystem of its own.
Yep.
Or especially certain countries like Maldives, Sri Lanka, government itself is very much involved in tourism. So that's the primary source of revenue for them. Talk about niche holidays, tailored transportation also we discussed. So start making your SWOT analysis, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You'll get the point. Breakfast only and everything. Travel insurance we discuss. We also discuss about captive insurance. I'll just share something. Captive insurance is like having our own insurance company.
Yep.
Also,
Sorry, where what is it called?
it's called captive insurance.
Captive. Is it because I can't find it in the case study.
No,
Or
it's
is it?
not given in the case study.
Okay. Okay.
I'm saying captive insurance means having our own insurance. Captive. The word captive means in our control.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Sure.
Like a group, we can have a subsidiary, we can have a small business in
Uh-huh.
that. Okay.
Yep.
So usually how these insurance companies work, you must be aware that if there are 100 people coming in, maybe only 4 to 5 will actually apply for it and 2 to 3 will get the benefit.
Yep.
So these companies enjoy very high margins. A lot of that money goes in commission and everything for sales. Why not? We have our own insurance company, so all that money we can do proper insurance as a legal requirement. Most of the time, it's a
Mm-hmm.
legal requirement. But whatever profit is there, it will not go out of the group. At the end, it will come back to our company. Let's say we are spending 100 million per year for insurance. So out of that, we can get 60, 70 million back, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yep.
If you do a bit research, you'll find out most of the Fortune 500 companies or Fortune 1000 companies, the top companies in the world, they have understood that and they have their own insurance companies. If they cannot own it single-handedly, 2, 3 companies will come together and start an insurance company. Start as in mostly they'll acquire a small insurance company
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want money to go out. And it makes sense because it's not like one-off insurance. Every customer will do, every client will do insurance. Okay.
Yep.
Rather than just getting the commission from these travel insurance companies, it's always good to have our own, which you don't have now. You can recommend that as an option. And being a listed company, you have a constant pressure of increasing wealth for your owners. That is the shareholders. This thing will not require any other, risk and any other experience. Also, this is what we are doing already. Little bit management. That's it. Okay. Booking also we discuss. I think dynamic. Uh, this also we discuss tour operators. Population also we discuss. Now we'll start with Happywell. Okay.
Yep.
I'll try to share industry analysis with you, but I request you to go through this big companies, Airbnb and all, and do some
Uh-huh.
research. What type of business model they are following?
Yep.
See what news is being published regarding them. What kind of risk they are facing? What kind of new changes they are trying to bring in? Just focus on 2, 3 companies, and uh, if not daily, maybe once in 2, 3 days, just spend 15, 20 minutes.
Yep. Yep. No, that's fine. Not that's the aim. So I got to print out because I can't really read from the laptop every day. It's a case study is too much. So I just got to print out. So I'm making notes as I read as well. So I've got my own annotations. So
Very good. On annotations, and what CIMA actually does is whatever issues are happening in that industry in real world, that type of
Mhm.
questions only come in the exam as well.
Yep. Yep. I also have on the website on CIMA website. I also got um another pair of annotated notes. It was uploaded on the CIMA website, so I'm going through those as well. So the ones you
Very
gave me were like annotated, but there were also others uploaded on the CIMA website for like FLP students.
nice, nice. So if you have time, just utilize it to the maximum. And I'm
Yeah.
very confident if you work, smartly, we can make it this time. It's very
Hmm.
interesting, Preseen.
Yep.
We'll finish all of this soon, then we can start with the mocks.
Yep.
Mocks is very important. So let's start with our company now. Most of the things they have mentioned was for the industry, not directly for Happywell.
Hmm.
But we can assume it is the same way for us. Yeah. So Happywell was founded in early 1970s. That's like a very, very experienced company. It's almost 53 years, can we say?
Hmm. Yeah.
So they have almost like a century. Not century, you can say, but golden. when foreign package holidays started to become popular in Westland. Foreign package, so we are focusing mostly foreign. There are certain countries which are developed, but still they don't have much holiday places. So
Mm-hmm.
people like to go outside. Maybe this is that type of country also.
Yep.
Previously, most families were unable to afford foreign holidays and had their holiday in seaside tourist resort in Westland. So when we
Mm-hmm.
talk about afford, I think I mentioned about pestle analysis before. So pestle analysis is important for the country. In pestle, we talk about political, economical, social. Economical means economic condition of the country and the people living there. So what they can afford. If the economy is good, like people in Europe travel more than compared to people in South Asian countries. Why? Because the
Mm-hmm.
living standard is high. They can afford.
Yep.
That is a primary thing. So when we are going into new market, so we obviously have to see the economic situation there. Can people afford foreign holidays? Maybe local holidays also very difficult. If I talk about Indian culture, 99% of people don't actually travel within the
Mm-hmm.
country also. Even if they go for some marriages or certain functions, they'll just go out and come. Just for the
Mm-hmm.
traveling, it's very rare because the economic situation and the culture as well. And had their holidays in seaside tourist resorts in Westland. Happywell's founders started by catering 2 aircraft and booking blocks of room in a popular foreign holiday resorts.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel accommodation.
Hello, I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, important pestle, right? So 1970 will become a strength for us. Why strength? Because we are there from very, very long. We started organically. Then after a certain time, we got listed. We have so much of experience. We understand the industry. We have good brand in the market. We have good relationship with the government and other stakeholders. It's even 10, 20 years they will. But if certain company there for 50 years, we can understand they have a good branding. They have good relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can also.
Your voice is cutting off. Hello.
Okay.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can
Can
hear
you
you
hear me?
now, but your voice, like it's breaking in between.
Okay. I was saying is
Mm.
Happywell operating from 50 years is a big strength
Yep.
for us because we have good reputation in the market. Secondly, we'll having good relationship with the government and other stakeholders because then only we are growing with the time. Secondly, if we come up with the new product or services that can also have good uh, scope of growth in the market because of the brand which we have made over decades. And no doubt we must be one of the, I think they mentioned, one of the largest company in the Westland.
Yep.
Maybe that's the time to go for international market or come up with other product or services. Usually if you see, if you talk about Virgin in UK, if you talk about, we have Tata's here, talk about other big brands, what they do when they are comfortable after 20, 30 years in the business, they diversify. Nowadays
Mm-hmm.
companies are diversifying in first 10 years itself, 10, 15 years, diversify into the different industry. That's a big source of risk management, big way of risk management we can say. So we need to find out why Happywell didn't diversify. If they did, what kind of small diversification they did. All right. Okay. The boom in foreign package holidays was fueled by the deregulation of air travel in Westland. And Happywell was not the only operator to enter this market. Many tour operators failed because of high operating costs. So when we talk about Porter's five forces, however, not applicable, but just for the understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Certain industries are not easy to start, easy to go in. For example, if I say tomorrow I want to start automobile company, very difficult because of the cost.
Yep.
If I want to start an institute, easy. Why? Because cost is very low. So barriers to entry, some places are high and some places is low. Here also the barrier stays high. Happywell succeeded by concentrating on the quality of its holiday packages and of its customer support. Customer support culture, they're stuck somewhere, so they should be able to help them. The company continues to provide customer with good quality experience. Its holidays are regarded as offering value for money. So you can use this in your answer. This line is very good. You can just say our company is well regarded as value for money. We should, understand that thing when people are coming to us. People are ready to pay extra money, in whatever field it's a product or service, as long as it is value for money. People don't say Apple is expensive. They are happy for that. But sometimes they will say Samsung local phones are expensive. Why? Because they don't find value for money. Value can be actual value of the product or sometimes perceived value. Perceived value is like some celebrities just branding it. So we have that in our mind. Oh, this thing should be expensive like that. Even though they are not necessarily the cheapest. Passenger, so we are not cheapest. Remember this point. Why it will help the pricing? Maybe some board of directors will be tempting to reduce the prices. So you can say our strategy is not about reducing the prices, but increasing the value. Passenger numbers has been growing steadily despite the availability of cheaper tour operators. So we are kind of a differentiator.
Yep.
The market doesn't look saturated if you see there is a decent growth every year. 8 million, 9 million. I mean, it was 9, almost 10, 10 plus 11, close to 12. 0.25 million, we can say, is increasing every year, approximate. And it's very rare to maintain that. Obviously, I think they have assumed there is no COVID year because 2021 will get affected. All right. Usually 2021 should be less, isn't it? Or almost zero.
Sorry, why zero?
Because of lockdown, COVID.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you mean the demand. Yeah. Passenger number. Cool.
Yes, but we are not considering there was a lockdown, so we assume it went all good.
Yeah, that's
no
what I
need
was
to
saying.
mention that COVID happened and the thing was zero. Assume now these are the facts for us. Though it is a real life thing, but we have to have certain assumptions because at the end it's an exam. Happywell now flies from 32 airports in Westland to 83 destinations in 28 countries. So now when we talk about flying, last time also we discussed when we have our own aircraft, the biggest challenge is getting the landing slot, like in Heathrow Airport, Paris Airport, Dubai Airport, very difficult. So when we have 32 airports means we have again have that a deal. That's also kind of intellectual property, I would say. Licenses, that's also license. Okay. Now we want to grow as a business, we need more airports relationship. And if we are leasing airports, if we are buying it, either way. And we are going to 83 destinations in 28 countries. That's a good thing. However, we need to see out of 28 countries, are we focusing only on 3S, sea, sand, and sun, or we are focusing on historical? We discussed last time. I told you in your notes, make a list of travels, safari, historical travel, adventure. All of that.
Yep.
All of Happywell's holiday destinations are located within a 5-hour flight time for their departure airport. So usually shorter flight. That means they are not focusing on bigger one. If they are in UK, means they are just focusing in European market. Because if they go to US or Australia, that will be very far. That means we are leaving a good amount of customers who want to travel there. Maybe that's the reason we have people only for a week or that. If they're going very far, they might stay for a 3-4 weeks. That's also an opportunity where we can grow. Please write this point, okay? Because we are not even catering to that customer directly. Because when you don't offer it, obviously you have zero sales. Booking. Otherwise, if you don't want to go or we don't have the infrastructure, we can just sell being a middleman to the other tourist operators.
Yep.
Obviously, our reputation should be safeguarded doing that. Next, booking. Happywell is the only major tour operator to provide customers with the option of booking their holidays through retail shop. Happywell has 311 shops in Westland covering most town cities. So we just discuss online is increasing, but still shops are important. However, when we are thinking about increasing the shops, I think we should focus first on the online thing, the digital thing.
Yep. Because eventually we're going there, right?
Yes, majority almost 75%, 70%, and covering most town and cities. So we are, bigger towns, smaller towns, everything. Each shop is staffed by travel advisors who have been trained to advise customers and to manage the booking process. So usually in management case study, they ask conflict management and conflict data issues. So here I can feel this staff can have conflict within them, or staff can have conflict with other office, other retail shop, okay, or they can have conflict within that team also, or they can if we are, usually how this retail people work, they are given target. Happywell must be giving them target per month, this much sales you have to make. In order to achieve that, they should not be doing any kind of fraud or acting unethical. That is also important. So there may be a scenario of dealing with that type of issue also. Each shop is staffed with the travel advisors who've been trained to advise customers and to manage the booking process. Travel advisor also receive generous staff discount, so they can also offer advice based on own experience of traveling on Happywell package. This shop sells only Happywell packages. So when we sell only Happywell packages, that's a good deal. However, when we are not doing the long haul flights, like more than 5 hours, we can have a strategic alliance and sell that by having a, because that can again be a source of revenue for us. We can get up to 20 to 30% sale deal by the other company. However, we have to see the threat and reputation, everything. Then yeah, the shops take 35% of Happywell's bookings. The remaining 65% are made through company's website. Not 65, it can go up to 70 plus, which has been designed to be attractive and easy to use. So usually technology and applications which are famous are easy to use. Like WhatsApp, if you see why it was more accessible, because of easy to use. Usually disruption in any industry make things easier. Even Uber, what it does, it make easier. It will track itself. Just need to put your drop location. That's it.
Yep.
Customer can browse through all the packages that are available, or they can simplify the research by inputting as many variables as they wish from the following. Departure, airport, date. These are just details. Duration, type of hotel, resort, maximum price, location. This can be a part of data, okay, which can be used for further investigation, or we can say research kind of thing, R&D. When we are selecting or delisting certain holiday location. The booking process uses statistical models to price each holiday individually, taking account of demand and availability to maximize revenue. Families with school-age children may be unable to travel outside of school holidays, and so it may be cheaper to book holiday during school terms when demand is lower. Just to maintain the things. Obviously, like Christmas time goes up, summer time goes up. Prices increase at hotels when they get close to capacity on certain dates and decrease when there is a spare capacity. Just like our airline industry. Price can also be affected by the timing of the booking. It is sometimes possible to make saving by booking late, close to the date of departure, because tour operators might otherwise be left with unsold capacity. Booking late can, however, also create a risk that there is limited availability. So it may be necessary to pay more to book a package that might not even be customers' preferred choice. So in our case, we have our own airlines. Otherwise, we'll have the lease aircraft. So I think we'll be giving some lump sum amount at fix. We don't need to worry about this list. Mostly, we can have some special things. Demand, when you talk about extra demand than normal, obviously it is seasonal. At the height of summer season, Happywell's flights and hotels are often full. There is less demand during winter months. So we have to think for some options during winter months. Write this down point, okay?
Mhm.
Although most of the resorts served by the company have pleasant weather even during winter months, so why not we are sending them? So there is demand for winter breaks. It remains cost effective to offer holiday throughout the year, even though flights and hotels will not be at full capacity during winter season. So I think there is a big opportunity during winter, at least these 7 days, or we can even break down to four. I mean nights we talk about in night terms. So 4 nights, 3 nights also we can think of. Or during winter time we can talk about corporate travels or training travels. Last time I gave you example. Certain companies will just travel to give training to their employees. They will train also and they will enjoy also travel. Customers are required to pay a 10% deposit at the time of booking and make a full payment at least 2 weeks before the departure. That's a good thing. And maybe if they cancel, they don't get the 10%. Customer wishing to travel within 2 weeks of booking must pay in full immediately. We can think of other kind of options, credit card and EMI options as well. Happywell's booking procedures and IT systems are designed to maximize the revenue from each booking. Shop staff and the company website designed to upsell by offering number of paid extras to the book. So this will be the strength for us. Our website is designed to upsell. What is upsell? If somebody is coming for $100, we try to push them for $150. That's
Mhm.
upsell. Cross sell is if they are buying holidays, we can even sell them clothing, anything retro like a camera or something. It will be cross sell. Just buy a camera. Now it's difficult to sell a camera because people have phone. Something like that. Flight upgrades such as extra legroom or additional luggage. Better hotel rooms with features such as balconies or sea view. Better dining options such as half board instead of breakfast only. Half board, breakfast and dinner. Taxi transfers from the airport instead of coach transfer. This thing we discuss. Basically, kind of VIP, special treatment. Because when they go in coach, they have to wait for everyone, and it's not that comfortable compared to taxi. The procedure also allow for cross-selling by offering additional products. Some of those provided by Happywell itself, but most are offered by third parties who pay Happywell a commission, which will
Mhm.
be already understood. Travel insurance. I think this can be done through us. Car hire, parking at the departure airport, leisure facilities at the hotel such as beauty, spa treatments. We can include this or we can just cross-sell it. Because these companies will not have brand and they won't, tourists don't trust them. If it is under our banner, then it will be good experience. Trips and other activities around the resort such as transportation and entry to local theme parks. Theme parks, historical places, sometimes included in the fare, sometimes not. Included because if we are cross-selling. When customers are booking either online or in Happywell shop, they are required to select a flight, transfer and hotel before they are given a total price. Why? Because flight charges and hotel charges are constantly changing. Even the same hotel, what they went, let's say last year, now it will be different. A few months back. So that means we are considering that risk factor. We are not over promising on that. Happywell system determine the prices that will be charged for each elements, but withholds that information from the customer. We do our data, we have our that thing, but we don't disclose. When customer decide to proceed with a booking, they are offered a range of upgrades for the flight transfers and hotel along with additional products such as travel insurance, I think travel insurance is good if you do. Many of these points may be very logical. Anyway,
Mhm.
Happywell
Yeah.
has a long-standing arrangement with Tour Cover, a major independent provider of travel insurance. The price of these upgrades are stated and are added to total packages price if they are selected. We need to make a stakeholder list. I told last time also.
Yep. Yep.
So
True
Tour
cover is
Cover is
one.
one of the important stakeholders. I would say high interest stakeholders. Is Tour Cover doing only with us, or Tour Cover is must be doing actually with other companies also, other traveling companies as well? Happywell owns a fleet of 97 speed comfort 411 aircraft. Oh my god, that's a lot. It's just like an airline.
Mhm.
If you want to go into airline business, we already have a lot of infrastructure available. The aircraft can carry 210 passengers and has sufficient range to reach destinations served by Happywell with their luggage. Using a single model of aircraft simplifies operation because any Happywell's planes can be flown by any of its pilots. Single model means all are similar, like 717 and Boeing's. What do you talk about? Cabin crew are also interchangeable because they are all qualified to operate 411. Maintenance is also more efficient because all engineers are trained on this model and it is necessary to hold inventories of parts for different aircraft. So we have made a lot of things simple. However, you can just write our employees plus these pilots also as a stakeholders, because managing them can be difficult. You have to pay them high incentive. Okay. Maintenance is also more efficient because all engineers are trained on this model. However, when we change the model, can be little difficult, especially in the start. Let's say we want to increase the time. We want to go to longer places, more than 5 hours. Okay. The aircraft and their crews are based at the departure airports in Westland. Each aircraft is scheduled to make 2 return flights per day. Actually, they can even have the crews also. I was expecting that they have not mentioned, because cruise holidays is also quite famous in certain places, right? Especially when you are going to beach. So far, they have not mentioned they have their cruise ship.
Mhm.
Outbound flights carry departing passengers who are starting their holidays, and inbound flights carry returning passengers on their journey home. So obviously, each aircraft has 3 crews, each comprising 2 pilots and 4 members of cabin crew. These are also stakeholders managing them. Each round trip requires a fresh crew, and a spare crew creates capacity of crew, rest day, and flexibility in the event of absence. So a lot of things we need to manage. Imagine if we just go with leasing aircraft, then all of this risk is transferred because it's outsourced. But when we do on our own, we have to manage all these details. Obviously, it will be very profitable to do on our own. Each aircraft is subject to careful checks before each flight, risk management. There is also an opportunity to conduct maintenance and repairs overnight for each aircraft returns from its second flight of the day. Aircraft are taken out of service at regular intervals to undertake more significant checks and maintenance. Happywell's engineering hangar. Hangar is a place where they, park their planes. It's called hangar. You must have seen big amount of shades at the airport.
Yep.
That is called as hangars. Fuel is a large airport in Westland that is used as passenger flights by many airlines, including Happywell. Fuel. Okay. So what we can do here is we can think about the cruise ships. Otherwise, car hire and this bus hire, I don't think so. It's good to do, or it won't make any significant difference. Okay. Let's go to hotels, which we again own. Happywell owns 314 hotels, 83 resorts. Again, a very big amount of hotel, just like a hotel chain. That company serves. These hotels are all designed to offer good quality accommodation and enjoyable holiday experience. So maybe in travel, I understand we are dedicated only to our tourists. At the same time, hotels, are we giving rooms to other clients as well, other customers also? That thing need to be clarified. Okay. Because if we have vacancy, why can't we give to normal people also coming there? And when I say 314 hotels, it's also, I think, in the same 28 countries which we are operating. They have not mentioned here. Should be in different countries because we are focusing on international tourism, right?
Yep.
So there is an issue of foreign exchange now. There can be currency risk also. So we have to pay taxation and follow the legislation of that country. So after we need to do this foreign exchange, currency risk, maybe interest rate risk also we'll see in the gearing level and everything. The hotels are all designed to offer good quality accommodation and an enjoyable holiday experience. Customers choose their hotel and the type of room at the time of booking. It is possible to specify a hotel that is close to the beach or that is equipped with swimming pool or a gym. It's also possible to specify a room that has balcony or private terrace. Customers are encouraged to book early in case their preferred hotels and room types are booked, or first come first serve basis also required. Obviously, the choice of accommodation, just like flight, will have a significant impact, a big impact. They have not talked about loyalty packages. That can also be there. It also charge more for a nicer rooms. Price reflect availability, which helps to maximize occupancy rate because customers will pay less for hotels and room types that are less popular. Hotels also provide the meals specified in each customer's booking, like breakfast or half meals kind of thing. Customers often eat most of their meals at their hotels, so the quality of the food and the ambience of the restaurant can be important factors in ensuring a pleasant stay. So we need to take the review of the restaurant. Now the thing is, our employees are taking care of it, then, or if we have outsourced the management. Sometimes what happens, we own a property and we manage it completely. Other time is we own, but we can outsource. So if we have so many hotels, 314 hotels, even if we have, I don't know how many members work in one hotel, 25 to 50, cleaning, reception, etc., etc. So do we need to take that risk and manage all of that in different country, or we can just give some other companies to manage it? Some hotels offer shows and other entertainments. This can range from children's activities in family-friendly hotels to stage shows for adults in the evening. Entertainments can enhance customer holiday. It also encourages them to stay in hotel and to spend money on snack and drink. Hotel provides facility for two company reps to meet the customers, usually in the hotel's reception area. There is a daily schedule in each hotel so that customer know when a rep will be available, for other details, or it can be like a local guide. Usually, if they're coming in package, their days will be planned, or if they have any free day, they want to go on their own, like that. Customers often address any complaints to reps and expect them to provide a solution. For example, customers might be unhappy with their accommodation or feel that they are not received the facilities they paid for. Reps are trained to deal with customer complaints when the particular problem that can arise on holiday. This is very important because usually people have this. In fact, in the start, they mentioned this is one of the reasons why we are successful, because we do customer service. There is, yeah, covering most. They mentioned somewhere here that we do a very good customer service. That's the reason we are surviving. Okay, there was a point. Anyways, Happywell requires its reps to develop a good knowledge of the resorts. This ensure that they can offer informed recommendations about, for example, local restaurants or the location of the best beaches. It also gives reps an opportunity to cross-sell activities such as trips and visit to theme parks that will earn revenues and commissions for Happywell. So reps are doing two jobs. They are all they are sale representative plus they are kind of guides. Because if they are going for beaches and all, you actually don't need a guide. If you go to historical places, you have a specific guide. So one of our main reason of success is we have good customer service. Even at the hotels, we have a representative. Online, we are supporting, but physically also we have a rep available. Okay. Maybe there will be a situation now a representative is confused how to deal with it. That kind of question might also come up. One more thing we can do, Hanan, is just research what are the normal issues travelers are facing during the holidays
Yep.
from customers' point of view, and we'll see how to deal with it if it happened with us. At the same time, we can search the biggest risk or issues of running your own travel company. We look from our company perspective, what are the best thing available. Excuse me. Transfers. Happywell pays local coach and taxi companies to provide transport and to and from airports. For this also, and if it is like we have private car as well. This is an important part of the holiday because travel can often be stressful and the use of competent contractor is important. So we need again trustworthy and a good one, which they should give luxury cars and everything. Happywell's reps meet incoming flights and direct arriving customers to their coach or taxi. A representative usually rides on each coach and use the journey time for briefing. So again, we have representative guiding throughout. That will solve a lot of problem. That will save from a lot of miscommunication, and that will automatically improve the experience of the driver. Reps also accompany coach holds of departing customers back to the airport, offering advice about checking in for their return flight. Reps maintain records of arriving and departing customers to ensure that everyone is accounted for. It is important to ensure that all customers are collected upon arrival or departure. Or even, when we talk about health, we discuss certain risk about medical issues, loss of passport, loss of other things. Then rep can deal with the insurance people and local hospitals to support. Now we'll go to customer feedback. Customer feedback. Happywell collects detailed feedback from customers at the conclusion of their holidays. Customers are emailed a link to an online survey that seeks customers' opinion about every aspect of their holiday. This is very important. When we talk about balanced scorecard, there is one section customer perspective, right? So here it is very important for us to take this feedback and put this in our research and ultimately grow, starting from their booking process and ending with the return flight home, or maybe their experience with the website itself, or experience at the retail shop, everything. The board is keen to identify any problems and to address them as quickly as possible. So this business, again, like some industries, it is also operational intensive. There is not much at the top level. Whatever is happening is at the operational level only. So even board need to be very much attached. Certain businesses, there is repetitive job here, so board will take care and they have more responsibilities. Operational people are not taking a lot of risk or affecting the business directly. But in this industry, operational people, even a small representative, does any mistake can affect very bad. Okay. Customers will have good reasons to make repeat bookings with Happywell. It is also important to minimize the number of unhappy customers who might post negative reviews of their holidays on social media sites. So when you are making risk list, put a reputation risk also.
Mm-hmm.
There are two things: brand and reputation. So brand is something what we can control. For example, Gucci. Gucci sells all luxury products. If Gucci starts selling something for $100 tomorrow, its brand value will reduce. So brand we can control what we are selling, what pricing. But reputation is very difficult to control. In fact, doing everything best. Let's say Gucci, somebody is accusing them for using tax havens, not paying taxes, having workers like sweatshops. So that reputation risk is there. Maybe that issue is not true, but that thing is public now. So reputation is something which is very difficult to control. However, if it is rumor or reality, we need to have a good reputation for the betterment of the business. Feedback. Feedback is analyzed to provide Happywell with details concerning ease of booking, flights including experience at the airport, transfers, hotels, broken down by accommodation, meals, reception, and any entertainment, reps. Feedback is also requested on the holiday package as a whole, including whether it offered value for money and overall enjoyment. Basically, whatever they expected, they got it or not. Because when we have so many beaches, obviously different beaches will be different. Sometimes the water will be different. And some people, when they go to beaches, they want to be part of water sports, scuba diving, all of this. Now we'll see the management structure. Happywell's head office management team is organized into the following departments. Aviation, very important, is responsible for all aspects of operations of the company's fleet of aircraft, routine flight operations and compliance with applicable regulations. It's a cost center. Cost center is like, what is cost center, profit center?
Yeah. So cost center is where like most of our costs are stored, right?
Yes, it's like majority expenses are coming here and we don't
Yeah.
expect any direct return from here.
Yeah.
Pilots and cabin crew must be trained and licensed to operate the Speed Comfort 411 airliner, and that is flown by Happywell. So this particular 411. The aircraft must also be certified by an engineer who is qualified on that mode. So a lot of people goes behind the seat. Like we need this engineer and other people who are at hangars, maintaining the hangars, maintaining the aircraft, because the risk is very high and even the regulations are very strict in this industry. The aviation department must maintain detailed records relating to each aircraft and must ensure that all requirements for inspection and servicing are met. Any faults with an aircraft must be rectified unless it can be shown to be minor and unlikely to affect flight safety. So we need, even in other countries, we need access to hangars, we need access to other facilities. Changes in fuel price can also affect our deals, because fuel prices we don't know, and we cannot charge or change customer what we are charging, isn't it? So we need to do risk management with the fuel. We can do forward contracts, hedging, all of that. The aviation department must maintain detailed records relating to each aircraft and must ensure that all requirements for inspection and servicing are met. Any faults with an aircraft must be rectified unless it can be shown to be minor and unlikely to affect flight safety. This is done. The aviation department maintains close relationship with Speed Comfort, the manufacturer of its aircraft. Happywell is a major operator of the Speed Comfort 411 airline. So that's also a stakeholder. Maybe it's like Boeing or the manufacturer. The Speed Comfort is always keen to assist with any technical matters that arise. Is also keen to sell additional aircraft as replacement or additions to the Happywell fleet. The aviation department is also responsible for liaising with departure and arrival airports, dealing with them, and all for the management of staff who work at departure airports. So basically, as I said, we have to pay the fees for landing slot, use of hangars, and everything. Second, staff are responsible for checking passengers' luggage and issue boarding pass. Baggage handlers load luggage into departing aircraft and unload baggage from arriving aircraft. Gate staff check that all departing passengers have valid boarding passes. Dispatchers deal with administrative and safety issues. Very, very basics, what we see in the airport.
Yeah.
Engineers conduct technical checks and carry out reports. So all in all, what we can say here is everything need to be effective here. We have our own aircraft, that's a good thing. But a lot of companies who don't opt for having their own aircraft, maybe just because of the risk and the detail orientation required here. They can save money, but maybe they want to focus on other areas. Therefore, they just leased it out. Because we have specialist airlines who can do that. Happywell uses third-party service companies to fulfill the above roles at arrival airport, primarily to deal with return flights bringing customer home. So we have some outsourcing. Third-party means outsourcing. Aviation department of that country will deal with that. Now, other important stakeholders are hotels. Happywell owns its own hotel. The hotel department is responsible for all aspects of running of Happywell hotels. That includes accommodation, meals, and maintenance of the building and the ground. It's a cost center. So again, as I was thinking, we have not outsourced the management here, third party. It's all done by us. The hotel department is responsible for ensuring that all hotels meets applicable standard for safety and cleanliness. They have policy to comply with high local regulation. In some case, that means Happywell exceeds the minimum requirements set by host government, but reduces the risk of customer being upset by the disappointment or concern. For example, the fire safety precautions in Happywell Sunland hotels exceeds the Sunlandian law. Maybe Sunland is an underdeveloped country. A developed country will have obviously stricter rules. We have not outsourced. That means now we are managing the chef, managing these cleaners. So much of more things to do. So I think our board of directors and senior managers should be very much experienced, and we need to have people coming from this hotel industry also, because things are getting complex. Again, this is like airlines. A lot of companies don't want to have or control on their own. Local experience. The local experience department is responsible for a range of activities that affect the quality of customers' holidays. Again, it's a cost center. So who is doing that here? As we can understand, the reps, representative. In addition to supervision, local experience also support reps with 24-hour help desk, head office, email, telephone, everything. Local experience manages transfers between airports and hotels, working with local coach and taxi operators to ensure that customers are not kept waiting and the transfers are as efficient as possible. So how many hours before they should come, If there is heavy luggage, they should come early. Local experience also manages relationship with third parties whose services and products are sold by Happywell in return for commission, like taxi, bus service, uh, this what was that? Tourism, all of that. This includes small local business, boat operators, all of this. Marketing. The marketing department is responsible for the promotion of Happywell's brand and also for managing the booking process, both within the retail shops and online. Marketing is very important aspect in our business. Marketing and customer reviews. Review is also type of marketing, but the
Mhm.
branding is very important. Marketing also monitors customer feedback and maintains email contact with customer after their return in hope of obtaining a repeat booking. So repeat booking we can get. There is no data as such how many customers are repeating actually. Human resource. The HR department manages all issues of human resource across Happywell. I think human resource can be an issue in the exam because we are handling different people from different places. So HR also need to be very important. HR director. Recruitment, training, and staff retention are important matters for the company because many roles require specialized skill and qualifications, and we cannot just get anybody directly. And I believe people working in hotel and reps, a lot of background check is also required for the safety and security of the clients. Human resources must also ensure that all employment regulations are complied with. That can be complicated because many staffs are employed overseas as reps or as hotel staff. Reps are often Westlandian, mostly Arkansas. Maybe one more thing I can think here: Westlandians reps should know certain languages because certain places will not comfortable with English. Like in Europe, we discussed this point. We can motivate them at least to know more than one language. Who are usually required to have work permits before they can employed in foreign countries. So dealing with the visa issues also. Hotel staff are often employed locally and their contracts and terms of employment must comply with local requirements. IT, very important thing. IT department is responsible for maintaining and updating Happywell's information technology systems. This include collaboration with marketing department to ensure that the information on the website is up to date. And I believe they would have written about, they also take care of the cyber security of the business because we have a lot of data coming in. Okay. Then IT department also do data analysis to recommend best deals for the customers. So they have not given a lot of things, but I believe we are still doing it. Okay. Last one is finance. The finance department is responsible for all aspects of management, accounting, financial reporting, treasury management for Happywell. This is where our role also come in place. These are the main departments. Later on, they might have given the head also. Yeah.
Do we need to know the names of the person in the department? For example, in the board structure, we have the operations director, Ilham. Do we know? Do we like in the exam? Do we need to know who this person is,
If
or do
you
we
know,
just?
it is good. If you don't, also is fine. Let's say you have an issue with human resource director, you can say Hamza, the HR director, should take care of it. If you don't know
Mhm.
name of Hamza, you can just say the human resource department should do this and this.
Yeah.
Don't know, also we have nothing to lose. We have already discussed quite today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll not go forward. We'll keep something for tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
We have something else we can discuss. Okay.
Uh,
Other- I'll share.
Mhm.
Yeah, tell me. I'll share a
Okay.
mock with you. You don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to do it now, but have you seen any mock before for MCS?
There are few mocks uploaded on the website for
Okay, so
FLP.
you already know how it is conducted for section and two questions in that. Yeah.
I haven't looked at the mock, but I can access them in the FLP portal.
Yeah, you can access there and just have a look. So it will
Mhm.
give you an idea because a lot of these things are not directly relevant, but
Yeah, yeah,
indirectly
sure.
playing the role of the company. We have another 7-8 pages which we can finish tomorrow. No need to rush.
Okay, sure.
This is very important business model. Usually this question comes: how to deal with the change in business model. Whenever they talk about business model, this four becomes our heading: defining value, creating value, delivering, and capturing. And how these four things are changing, we need to write in our answers.
Okay.
Then we have financials. So for financials, we need to know some specific ratios. Basically, why we do ratios is to analyze the financials. Like gearing. Gearing is what?
Yeah.
We need to see how much debt to equity ratio we have,
Yep.
how much dividend we are paying, and earning per share is difficult. We don't know number of shares, but the total growth. And usually they give it for 2 years and with the computer itself. Why computer? Because it will help us to understand how big the market is. The market is getting saturated. If
Hmm.
both are growing, then there is an opportunity in that country. And usually the competitor is also very similar. Let's say a listed company in this case. So we cannot go for merger acquisition with that company. It can be against the monopoly. No, it can create a monopoly. Okay. Mostly our financials are important. Their financials you can just see what's the growth and all, like a benchmarking thing. Seat pitch. So this can be reputational issues. Tailored package holidays. Travel column, travel insurance. Launch. Readers question. That's it. We'll discuss this tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sure. Sounds good.
Tomorrow what time?
Um, I think you should ask.
I'll ask
Yeah,
CG.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
your convenience? Or are
I'm
you
I'm
comfortable?